Oh, hello everybody. I know it's been a long time. I think it's been 3 weeks, might be 4 weeks. I don't know. I fell off the diet, um, but I restarted it and everything. Starting today, I actually restarted it a couple different times. But I have a lot of stress going on. I haven't been home a whole lot because I've been taking care of the parents, so I'm like running back and forth to hospital, back and forth to their house. Plus, trying to maintain a now part-time job. I went from full-time to part-time. Um, just a lot going on, and then I met with my girlfriend for Valentine's Day, and of course, we wanted to go out and get ice cream and save a baby bat, and the usual stuff people do on Valentine's Day. Um, so yeah, I did not necessarily stick to the diet even remotely. I didn't even attempt during that weekend. I just wanted to kind of enjoy myself. Um, and I had already kind of fallen off, so I was like, I would just kind of continue off for a while until after that, and then I attempted and failed and attempted and failed. I would start, and have like kind of a good day, and then there would be one meal that was not optimal. Um, so the body hurts. I hurt real bad. As you can tell from me, like I keep moving and stuff. That's because like everything still hurts. I'm inflamed beyond belief. Um, I mean, even today I had like a little bit of, I guess, tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce. Um, but that was better than the temptations I had earlier today, which were my mom wanted pizza. I was sent in to go get this pizza, and they're making all these pizzas as old fashioned type of shop, and so like the smells are like hitting me, and I'm going, oh my god, I really miss pizza all of a sudden. I don't, but the smells convince you that you do. Um, and then there was a couple other temptations in the day. She kept asking if I wanted to stop and get something to eat, and you know, it's rough, to say no because who the hell wants to come home and battle with 5 dogs and try to cook? It's not been easy. I have not been sleeping. Um, it's just it's been hard. I have a million and one excuses really, and while I want to say they're excuses, but at the same time I also understand what I'm going through and what anyone else would go through trying to make this change. A lot of things happen when you're not quite ready, you're not strong enough in your foundation. Um, and then depending on, what your issue are, there are people that, have addictive eating of some sort, like with not so much carbs, but like definitely sugar in particular. I saw that there was a carnivore. I want to say it's Carnivore Quest. Please don't crucify me for getting it wrong, but like him and his wife both fell off the wagon. They were doing good, I think, for like a year, might have been more. Um, because I'm going off my memory here, and I've had brain fog, obviously, and like they went off for like an anniversary dinner, I think for like their wedding anniversary or something, and it was just one meal they justified, and that triggered the worst episode that I personally seen, of people kind of not binge eating exactly. I mean there might have been some of that. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I didn't catch all their videos, but and I feel so bad for them because I know what that's like. It's like you're doing real good, and then one thing, either you want to celebrate, like say a birthday, an anniversary, whatever, and that just throws you off to where you can't even recognize yourself in a couple months. And that's kind of what happened to me many, many times. Do I have any advice on it? Not really. Dr. Ken Berry gave the best advice is, if you have a bad meal, don't, do what you can to make sure it doesn't become, the cheat meal doesn't become a cheat day and the cheat day doesn't become a cheat week and so on and so forth. But when you have like all these, I don't know if it's an addiction to the sugar per se or if it's like different chemicals. I mean, these things are meticulously tweaked to drive consumption of the product. So we have science working against us with this, and then it fucks up our. I'm sorry, it f's up our hormones. I'm not monetized anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter yet. But it messes up your hormones, and then it starts this vicious cycle. So you got science, messing with your hormones, and your brain and everything else, and it just, and then with society, being what it is, and meat, kind of being expensive, and then the crap that you shouldn't eat is actually, well, it's not even affordable anymore, but it's still cheaper than eating an all meat diet, except for soda. Soda's been an insane price for a while, and maybe that's a good thing, but our choices are very limited by our means, and a lot of people, even if we have decent means, the inflation and shrinkflation of everything is just not lending itself to being able to do a healthy diet. There are ways, obviously. I know a lot of carnivores have made complete video series on how to do carnivore on a budget. A lot of that stuff I wouldn't eat myself, though. Like, depending on the hot dog, my hot dogs are expensive because I'm very picky, because I generally don't like hot dogs. I generally don't actually like a lot of meat. I don't like the taste of most fats. So I have an uphill battle in addition to being addicted to whatever the hell I'm addicted to in these foods. But yeah, I don't like the taste of most fats. I'd say 99% of the fats I don't like the taste of. I either have to overcook it so it's like literally charred and it no longer has the texture that it's supposed to have, which I don't know if I'm getting a benefit from it at that point, or I have to cut it real small and freeze dry it and then swallow it like pills, which again, I don't know if is digested the same way if it's not chewed. But yeah, so I mean, there's ways around different things, with that. But eating the cheaper cuts of meat and stuff isn't something that I think is going to work for me, because the cheaper they are, the more the texture seems wrong to me, and I'm a big texture thing. So, but yeah, I'm back now, so hopefully I'll be able to maintain this and keep up with the channel even and stuff. Because the channel is supposed to keep me, accountable, and I have not been very good at keeping with things. But yeah, any encouragement definitely helps. I did get a comment not too long ago, somebody, in that kind of spurred my efforts a little bit more. I went and, bought stuff and got a meat box delivered and etc. So, to the person who left, a comment on one of my videos, thank you very much. To my girlfriend and my friends and stuff being really supportive, thank you. Not just being supportive of the channel, but just me in general. And I've been very blessed to have a lot of very supportive people in my life. So thank you all. And that's it.